first play. And all he can do is just...
Follow me? The cornerback that's backed off, he's throwing the ball out in front of that guy.
And it's a safe throw.
Yeah.
1st and 10, 2 first downs in a row. A good run back, and St. Louis is rolling somewhat. Long calling as the defense is shifted into it, overthrowing Green, who is cracked by Hogue at the 23-yard line, and the ball went aimlessly nowhere.
Take a look at the pressure that Greg Brown puts on from the right side of your screen, right in the middle right there. It's fortunate, really, for Lomax that he got that ball off in time. It was a quick throw. If he'd have waited a second longer, Greg Brown would have had him on the ground.
2nd down and 10. Lomax is 2 of 3. Roy Green is coming off. As we said now, he came back after being on the IR for a month and had a small calcium deposit taken off his ankle, and he caught 6 balls last week.
But I tell you, his legs are a little bit sore right now, Tom. That's what he told me. He said, my legs are a little sore and stiff. But that time he got hit in the chest, so chances are he'll be okay.
Don Holmes, number 82, replaces Green. 2nd down 10. That's Mitchell in motion. The rush got him. Lomax is sacked as 2 Eagles get there. Reggie White, certainly one of the premier defensive linemen in the league, was first, and Greg Brown helped him.
Reggie White, number 92, sacked, 4th one on the year. Here he comes, right up in the middle. Coverage took it away initially. Tom held it, made him hold on to the football. Here comes Mr. White. He's about the most dominating defensive football player in the National Football League, in my opinion. He's the best I've seen this year.
285 pounds of him. 3rd down and 17, facing Lomax. Roy Green is now back in the lineup. Big pass rush by Brown and Reggie White. Shotgun, first time we've seen Lomax in this. The rush is on. Lomax has to dance out of it. Now he's being chased. Lomax barely got the ball off, trying to get it to stump Mitchell, and Greg Brown was wrapped all around the quarterback's legs.
Again, good coverage downfield, forced him to hold the ball longer than he wanted to. He wanted to get rid of it. You can see the good down 4 rush right there in the middle of the screen. Good upfield pressure by Reggie White, number 2. Lance Smith, 61, doing a pretty good job. Greg Brown, 98, coming around. He wanted to throw, no one to throw to. Then he dumped it off, incomplete.
The last 2 pass rushes put the Cardinals out of field goal possibilities, and Cater, the punter, is in. Pretty good net average kicking against Dallas a week ago. He's standing on his own 45. Trying for the poocher inside. That's Cooper. Fair catching at the 10-yard line. And the Eagle offense will come onto the field. Is it Jaworski or is it Cunningham? We'll be right back.
Howdy. Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never...
The quarterback is Ron Jaworski. Remember, he won the Burt Bell Award in '80 when he took Dick Vermeil's team to the Super Bowl. He won the Comeback of the Year award in '85 because he had his leg broken here in St. Louis in '84. And he's the quarterback. The defense, Plowsby, the big kid from Notre Dame at left end. Galloway at nose. Al Bubba Baker at end. Nunn, Monaco, Noga, and Baker. And we'll set there's the secondary. Washington Mack, Leonard Smith, and Dennis Thurman. 1st and 10 on the Eagle 10-yard line. Toss. Back to Crawford. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Noga, the first to get there, number 57, and it looks like the Cardinals are going to put the pads on today. Jaworski, Michael Haddix, and Charlie Crawford, who just got buckled on that. He's a big running back. They're all young. Quick and Jackson at the outside. They're very good. The offensive line, very inexperienced. Conwell, Reeves, Matt Darwin, Ron Baker, and Leonard Mitchell, and Spagnola's the tight end. 2nd down, 13, a loss of 3. Against the 34 defense. This is Crawford again. Crawford gets about over the 10 to the 11-yard line.
You know, St. Louis already appears to be playing at a little better tempo than they played last week, Tom. We did that ball game. We were there. You could feel the tempo. You feel a more crisp, intense tempo right now from St. Louis. And you know something? I experience this all the time. When you play a team that played poorly the week before, they set you up. All of a sudden, your team doesn't think they're very good, and it could be a problem for you.
Stallings is grim and determined. The team looks like it's been taking the heat, and they're going to react. It's 3rd down and 11. Shotgun. Bobby Duckworth is in, the new Eagle. Mike Quick with the pass from Jaworski gets to the 32-yard line where he's bear hugged by Carter. Mike Quick coming inside, and Jaworski laid it right on the hands.
Mike Quick came out of the slot formation. See him to the right side of your screen, lined up on number 41, Carl Cater. Here he goes right there. Mike Quick does a nice arm over move to get inside. Now it's a foot race, and Carl Carter's chasing him. Here he's going to get him down. 1st down.
And Mike Quick plays extremely well against these Cardinals. We'll watch for number 82. Look at the numbers. 6 touchdowns in 7 games and 30 receptions. And you just saw his first one, a 21-yarder. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Jaworski with the screen to Kenny Jackson. The Penn Stater makes a good move and gets out to the 37-yard line where Cedric Mack made the tackle.
You know, Jackson is the kind of receiver, Tom, that you've got to get the ball in his hands. You're reading the paper, well, he's not productive. He's only got 14 balls. A receiver can't catch the ball unless you throw it to him. You know, you start worrying about 14 receptions if you've thrown it to him 45 times and he's only got 14 of them. But I think he's the kind of guy that can make big plays if you give him enough opportunities.
A pickup of 5 on the little screen pass to Kenny Jackson. 2nd down and 5. Haddix goes in motion, makes the block, and Crawford leaps over the 40-yard line. Buddy Ryan really likes this young man out of Oklahoma State. He went to about 5 different schools. But I'll tell you one thing, he's 240 pounds and has trouble staying at 240.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy, if he got to 250, then he probably would no longer be a halfback. In case, with Buddy Ryan, the way he has that organization disciplined, he'd chop off his head to get those 10 pounds off him.
Break their plate if they're eating too much.
That's
almost
right.
A 1st down. They're going to bring out the measurement. Ryan very calm, and I thought very confident when we saw him at Met Stadium in Philadelphia earlier in the week.
I just feel he believes the football team is improving. And as a coach, you start feeling so much better as you see what you've been teaching and coaching and disciplining start to unfold in front of your eyes with your football players.
Now, the Eagles have beaten the Rams. They shut out the Atlanta Falcons, and they've beaten San Diego. It's 3rd down and about a foot. Jaworski is 2 of 2 for 27 yards. 3rd down and less than 1, as I just told you. The play-action pass, Jaworski getting rushed and sacked back on the 31. Charlie Baker and Klausby, I believe, came through there. Baker was the first making contact.
Good play-action pass. Good play action, but it didn't fool the Cardinals. Now watch Jaworski. He makes a little token fake right there. He wanted to hit the back out to the left. Not there. Coverage took it away. He's waiting for it to develop. It's not there. 52 Baker comes right down the throat. Makes the sack.
So actually the sack was probably because the secondary had the receiver covered.
Right. The fake did not fool the defense as much as it should have. Especially in a 3rd down situation. Tom.
Telchik is in to punt. A long line drive that will be run back by Sikahima at the 16-yard line. Sikahima gets one blocker's tackle from behind the 21. They're going to blow the ball dead. Good coverage by the Eagles because the punt was a long one and a low one.
That's a return ball, and especially when you're punting to Sikahima, you're asking for trouble and you're putting too much pressure on your coverage people when your punter punts the ball that low.
Bob Frederick's crew, he is the head man down there. He will look at this penalty. A lot of them happen on punts. That was a 53-yard punt, a 5-yard return, and Jody Schultz, the linebacker, made the tackle. He's an old fraternity brother of mine in college, you know.
Really?
Yeah,
Colorado man?
He went straight, Bob Frederick.
We have holding on
the receiving team, both on 48, on the one time, on the close possession, and also on number 39 from this spot. And the penalty will be...
Both were on the defensive team.
Both were on the defensive team, but the penalty will be from this spot.
Did you understand that?
Yeah, 2 holding calls on the defensive team, which means the run back.
Yeah.
And my old college roommate had a tough time explaining it, but that was rather ambiguous, wasn't it? They'll mark it off. They're both against one team. There'll be 1 penalty marked off against St. Louis, so they'll give Lomax very bad field position starting out.
Now, in Buddy Ryan's theory of defense, this is the time you'd like to get after him and create the turnover.
No score. 7:10 left in the first quarter. Obtained in the supplementary draft, the #1 pick in '84 by the Eagles, out of the University of Tennessee. Absolutely one of the great athletes, and his practice habits are sensational. Dick, he keeps the whole team moving around and laughing at the same time they're working.
He's a goer. His wife just gave birth to a baby boy in Maine named Jeremy, and he says, Reggie says, Coach, I can't wait to get home, start coaching that guy.
Very religious, but for 3 hours on Sunday afternoon, he's ferocious. First down and 10 now. Lomax starting from the 9-yard line. The handoff to Farrell. A real good running back, this young fullback Farrell, averaging 4 yards a carry and can catch the ball. He had 2 touchdown receptions against the Redskins a couple of weeks ago.
We were just talking about Reggie White, number 92. You can see him in there. See him straighten up the offensive lineman. He sheds him. Now he's working in to make the play inside out. That's what he gets paid to do, and nobody does it any better than Reggie White.
Farrell gets 4 at 2nd down and 6. The toss back to Stump Mitchell. Stump gets hit hard after he gains about 1.5 yards. Several Eagles getting together on that side. Reichenbach was there.
Mike Reichenbach loves to play football. Here he is from East Stroudsburg. Free agent, 1984. Went to Liberty High School in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Loves to play football. Not the biggest guy. He's the only guy that practices at that position all week long on the practice field. That's it. No one takes a snap except him.
It's 3rd down and 4 now, facing the St. Louis Cardinals. Not good field position for Lomax. Roy Green comes in motion now. Straight drop back. The ball was thrown behind Green, and he juggled it at the 20-yard line. I'm telling you, he was wide open. That might have been a very long-distance number.
They started him in motion, left to right. Got him just outside to the right. Now you see him moving right side of the screen. He stretches to the right. He'll reappear to the right side of your screen. A little delay back underneath. There he is. Oh. Ooh. Roy Green would normally catch that football.
4th down. And call it 5. Cater will be kicking from the goal line. Greg Garrity, the Penn Stater, is back on the Eagle 45. The return is on. This is not a great kick. Bouncing. Now Garrity takes it on his knees and gets to the 49. Good field position for the Eagle offense.
Lousy punt. Greg Cater's going to have to do a better job than that, Tom, if he's going to keep punting in this league.
No score. 5:36 left in the first. 14 years he was the defensive secondary coach for Tom Landry in Dallas. Before that, he was with Coach Bear Bryant. But I'll tell you one thing, he's disappointed. And he was more disappointed, I think, with the effort than anything else last week.
But he feels he has a good plan right now, Tom. His #1 priority in his plan is keep Mike Quick gains to a minimum. #2, shut down their running game. And #3, pressure the quarterback. And he said if they can do those 3 things, they got a shot.
Gene Stallings, the coach of the St. Louis Cardinals. 1st down and 10. Jaworski puts Haddix in motion, pitches back to Byers, the option pass, and he overthrows Haddix at the 20-yard line of St. Louis. Earlier in the year, Byers did hit Quick against the Rams with a long touchdown pass.
It's an eye toss place. Now follow the fullback in the middle of your screen. Michael Haddock's going in motion. Now you'll see number 42 carry the ball in the wrong hand, the left hand. He becomes a passer, lays it up over the outside. Can't quite get it there. And Michael Haddock has good enough speed to get under it. Just overthrew him.
Byers, of course, the #1 draft out of Ohio State.
He's going to be a good one.
He's recovering from that 5th metatarsal bone that's been operated on, but he is really going to be something. And he can throw the ball. Crawford is back in there now. Haddock's in motion again. The blitz is on. The sprint out by Jaworski. Good catch by Haddock, and he has a first down at the St. Louis 40.
Great second down call. St. Louis Cardinals came with a safety blitz up inside, and Jaworski was rolling away. Now, in the middle of your screen, you'll see defensive backs getting up in there after him. He was not in the middle of the formation. He was rolling away. Michael Haddock makes a nice catch, and down by Lionel Washington, number 48.
Talk about a player taking his career by the horns. Haddock has become a very valuable player. Good pass receiver, becoming a good runner now. Former #1 pick that had some pretty rough moments.
He's already equaled his career high for rushing yards at 220 yards coming into this ballgame. He has improved more maybe than any player I've seen in the Eagle organization. He has really improved, Randall Cunningham being the other. But he's just a much better football player. He's a character guy, a giver, and therefore he has improved.
1st and 10. Jaworski is 3 of 3 for 38 yards throwing. And good field position. They're spotting the ball at the 41 of St. Louis. Inside drive by Byers. Byers to the 36-yard line. The one thing about Byers, he seemed to be running like he was walking on eggs, sort of, without planting the feet for a big power runner. That's probably not the best way to do it.
Well, you have to still be a little bit concerned about that foot, you know, that metatarsal bone. And I think that takes a little edge. Plus, he was not there for training camp. And you just don't become a football player until you've been through that first training camp. Remember Wilbert Montgomery? Took him that first year to really come on his second.
2nd down and 5. Play action. Jaworski, a strike inside the 20-yard line. Spagnola made the catch. They're going to spot it at the 17, and a good throw by Jaworski, who's having some trouble getting the spiral on the football because of his bad elbow.
Right here, you're going to notice right in the middle of your screen, Jaworski will make a token fake right there to the running back to freeze the inside linebackers. Then he throws a zone seam pass to John Spagnola, who catches his 26th pass on the year.
Spagnola's first start was when the Eagles played the Rams, and that was also the team's first win. 1st and 10. Good-looking drive by the Eagles. No score in the first quarter in St. Louis. Quick drop by Jaworski, and just off the hands of Spagnola. He was closely covered, too, by Anthony Bell, the #1 pick by St. Louis.
Ron was knocked down on that. That was an audible. He audible to that play. It must be in the game plan. They get inside that 20-yard line. He gets them in a specific coverage. We're going to throw those slant patterns. They took away the slant. He tried to hit the tight end in the flat.
The Eagles are the most sacked team in the league. Is that a deceptive statistic? Is that because of Cunningham running around a lot, too?
No, I don't think it is. If they've had problems on the left side of the line, it's a problem that they may have solved now with Joe Conwell.
First incompletion for Jaworski at 2nd down 10. A waggle to the right. A good juggling catch by Dave Little. Ball was thrown a little bit short, but Little made a good grab.
They're calling that play, I think, on the line of scrimmage with the check with me system in the huddle. They come up on the formation. They know it's going to be one play or the other. That time he yelled 238. They faked the 38 toss to the left and threw the play action pass off to the right.
Ball is on the 11-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 4. The check with me play.
The check with me.
Let's listen to Ron Jaworski call. An aborted play, obviously. The flags are down. There's still 1 second on the clock, so he still had 1 second in which to take the snap.
Encroachment on the defense, number 65.
Galloway Made contact with the offensive center.
Gotta tell you, I just can never understand that as a coach. I stand on the sidelines now. I make you so darn mad. There you are, lined up 6 inches away from the football. It hasn't moved, and you're jumping offside. Most of the time it happens when an experienced quarterback, especially like Jaworski, they will change their voice inflection. They'll go, hut, 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 and it'll just, you know, it's like walking up behind a guy and say, boo, and they jump offside. Let's see if he does it.
All right, it's 1st and goal on the 6. Let's listen. Crawford goes to the 2-yard line and maybe better than that. Charles Crawford, finally tackled by Dennis Thurman, but about 1.5 yards away from the goal line. The last first quarter touchdown that the Eagles had was against the Rams, and that was the winner that turned the season around, according to Buddy Ryan. But he says the only team that was better than the Eagles that they played were the Redskins. He says they can beat Dallas the next time. 2nd and goal on the 1. Haddock's up over the top. I don't believe he made it. Michael Haddock's tried to go airborne, and they snuffed him. Bubba Baker was there.
To get up over the top, you got to start jumping just a little bit sooner. Now, Jaworski in the middle of your screen will open, hand it off, a little too close to the line of scrimmage, and he was not far enough away to get up height and over the top. Of course, I'll tell you, those defensive linemen had everybody stacked up there pretty good, too, Tom.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line. It's between the yard line and the goal line. All they've got to do is break that invisible plane. Touchdown by Charles Crawford.
That's Charles Crawford's first touchdown as an Eagle in the NFL season, carrying the ball as a running back. Just a direct handoff. Used a little motion, Tom, just to, you know, shake the defense. Number 26, Haddock's going in motion. Open handoff and say, here, big fella, take it in there. Yeah, all he has to do is break the plane, and he definitely did it.
Baker and Leonard Mitchell and young Darwin did a pretty good job sealing off on that right side and blowing it back a little bit. McFadden now for the extra point. Jaworski the holder. Both players from Youngstown State. It's like an alumni meeting. 52 yards in 9 plays. Crawford's touchdown makes it 7-0 Philadelphia.
Look,
Stefano and Otho Davis and company have been working on Kenny Reeves, the big 2nd-year offensive left guard. Looked like he just was stunned on that touchdown run.
I really don't know. I hope he's all right, because they cannot afford to lose Ken Reeves. He's struggling at best playing left guard. Fine young left tackle, moved to left guard. I don't think he likes left guard nearly as much as he liked the left tackle position, and I think that's affecting the way he plays it. But he's struggling a little bit right now, but if they take him out, they come with a Nick Hayden, number 62 out of Penn State, that has very little experience, if any at all, playing this season.
Well, the main thing is that Reeves is sort of walking on that right knee that looks a little gimpy, and you know, it's the extra point when you're, as an offensive lineman, you have to stack in there and just absorb all that punishment. It's a very dangerous play in football, the extra point. Yeah. The scoring drive, as we told you earlier, there's 2 yards in 9 plays.
That's Charles Crawford you're looking at right there on your screen. He told me the other day, I said, what formation would you like to run from the most? He says, I love the I formation, to be that deep tailback. And I said, well, what's been your problems here? What's the toughest thing for you? He says, the pass offense. I just want to run the ball.
Yeah, he's something. Imagine some of the great backs from the deep I if they'd have had that formation with Jimmy Brown and Gale Sayers and some people like that.
Yeah.
I'd have been on some other highlight films that they're showing around the league.
I'm sure.
Swanson back to take this kickoff. McFadden will kick from the 35. 7-0. The Eagles on top. And the Cardinals just don't put any points on the board in the first period at all. McFadden's kick. Let's see. This is short. Taken at the 11-yard line by Swanson. Swanson breaks out. Good blocking. Swanson is hauled down at the Eagle 49. Almost broke it all the way.
That was a low kick, a driving kick. It got there too quick. Then the coverage did not converge on the ball well enough. Now you'll see him take it right at the 10. He starts upfield behind the wedge, gets a block right there by Wolfley, being led there by number 39. He breaks in there, and all of a sudden the place kicker has to make the play. And he said, heck, that's not my contract.
A 40-yard return by Swanson. Bree Wilson finally made that tackle, and somebody's down. Bernard Wilson is down on the Eagle 49.
Looks like he might have got it in the ribs. Bernard Wilson's a free agent we signed in 1979. Has played a lot of football for the Philadelphia Eagles. His wife, Ganora, is expecting their third child here in December or so. He has 2 daughters.
Daddy looks all right.
Yeah, he'll be okay. He's tough, this guy.
Don't forget, next Saturday on CBS Sport, an important battle. The North Carolina Tar Heels against the Clemson Tigers. Of course, they're all chasing North Carolina State for the Atlantic Coast Championship. The Tar Heels and Tigers right here on CBS Sports. Lomax is 2 of 5 for 14 yards. The toss back to Stump Mitchell, running left, chased by Alonzo Johnson and knocked down quickly by Andre Waters, number 20. Good tackle.
Yeah, he is a good tackler and a fine football player. The other day we were sitting there and visiting with him. He turned and he smiled and showed me all his teeth. He said, see, I still got my teeth. Because earlier in the week, the coach had just
Buddy Ryan
said, you know, if he doesn't stop hitting guys out of bounds, I'm going to knock all his teeth out, you know. But I'll tell you something, Buddy Ryan really respects the way this guy plays. And he said the other day, he said, you know, Dick, if I had to pick an MVP halfway through the season right now, he would be my MVP.
He had 9 tackles and 2 interceptions against the Chicago Bears, and nobody noticed it, you know. We noticed it. It's 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. Eagles on top of the Cardinals. 2-yard loss on that first running play by Mitchell. Out of time, Lomax dumps it out to Farrell. Just short of the first down at the 41-yard line. Alonzo Johnson wrapped him up.
Very good, alert play by Lomax, Tom. He wanted to go downfield with the ball. He waited and waited for it to develop. It didn't develop. Then he took the check down to Earl Farrell. Just dropped him off the ball. That's better than running play. Here they are with 3rd and 1.5.
Boy, and I like Farrell. You know, he's got good hands, and he's a much bigger back than he appears. He's like 222 pounds.
Well, the other thing, Gene Stallings loves the guy. He says he's one of the guys that's my kind of player. He'll get after you.
Roy Green is in the slot to the top of your screen there. On 3rd down and a little more than a yard. Quick drop back. Oh! Smith turned up, and Lomax turned out.
With 3rd and a long 1.5 yards, I guess they just figured they only had 1 play to go for the first down, so they used the pass. But when you're struggling sometimes, Tom, as a coach, you can turn that situation as a head coach to your coordinator and say, hey, I'll give you 2 downs to make that 1.5 yards, and that'll put you into a running thought.
Cater will be kicking from the Cardinal 44, trying for the corner, and Cooper's waiting. It's a pretty good-looking kick. Did it make the corner? Touchback. Eagles will take over the ball on the 20-yard line. 7-0. Eagles. His place, Nick Hayden, one of Joe Paterno's graduates from Penn State.
He was the offensive captain up there. Here's Coach Ryan.
Originally, Hayden was drafted by the Raiders. Now he's with the Eagles. Buddy Ryan's yelling at the troops. Let's go. Pick it up. They lead 7-0. We're in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 from the 20. Jaworski with a lot of time. Bubba Baker almost gets Jaworski. I believe that's going to be called no, incomplete. The Cardinals thought they had a fumble.
Ron wanted to throw a post pattern off that play action pass to Mike Quick, but the safety stayed in the hole and he couldn't throw it. Now follow Jaworski. Play action fake to Byers. Now watch him look back to his right. See, he wanted to go to Quick. Not there, goes to the layoff, gets it tucked away, or thrown away there to Haddix. Definitely an incomplete pass.
And Bubba Baker, number 60, put the wood to Jaworski and drilled him, knocked him down. Michael Haddix, who had the ball knocked away from him on that last play by Leonard Smith, is sort of down on the far sidelines.
You know, when you're stretched out there going for a ball, you can really get nailed.
There he is, trying to get the breath back. I think they put the ball right, shoulder pad ball, and then your own stomach. That'll knock you out once in a while. Don't forget, next Sunday here on CBS, it all starts with the NFL Today. The Chicago Bears against Tampa Bay. It's 12:30 Eastern time. The second half, these Eagles against the New York Giants. Buddy Ryan a little bit upset that they were embarrassed by the Giants the first time, or some of you might see St. Louis against San Francisco. Jaworski, by the way, is 5 of 7 for 63 yards.
You know, Tom, over the years coming to Philadelphia series, coming down here, playing here in St. Louis, we've gone home more bumped up than bruised, maybe with the win. But you looked like you needed an ambulance to go to the airport.
You did, boy. The late 70s, you had some real bruises.
So far here, we've seen 2 guys go off the field. It just seems like it's just, for some reason, there's more physicalness in this series.
Remember, it was Berge and Deerdorf and Conrad Dobler and Jim Hart.
All those guys.
Second down and 10. Tony is in there. The rookie running back from Texas Aggies. It's second down and 10. Sprint out by Jaworski, being chased by Galloway. Hits Byers at the 24-yard line of St. Louis. Leonard Smith making the tackle.
That's why it's so important to move your quarterback around now and don't just drop back every time. Because Ron had good pressure on him. If he'd been going straight back with Galloway that clean, they'd have sacked him. But the sprint out, he couldn't catch him.
3-0. The New York Giants have a lead as Danny White has had a fractured wrist and is out, and Pelluris back in the game. It's not over, boy. This season's going to go down till the last game in December. Third down and 6. Shotgun for Jaworski. Good defensive series here by the Cardinals. High snap. Jaworski handles it, and he throws high. Intended for Kenny Jackson, and Cedric Mack couldn't hang on, but the snap had Jaworski reaching from the very start.
You can see Kenny Jackson, number 81, to the left of your screen, going up as high as he possibly can to get that. Actually, Cedric Mack should have intercepted that ball. But whenever a quarterback is in the shotgun formation, Tom, and the snap is high,
well, it was high,
he can no longer see what's going on downfield or in front of him. And I'll tell you, it's sort of a panicked feeling for the quarterback until he can get regrouped and reset up and concentrate downfield.
Telchik is in to punt. And Sikahima, one of the most dangerous return men we've seen in this league in a while. Blocked. The Cardinals got part of that ball. They blocked Telchik's punt. It's rolling just into St. Louis territory. They'll stay away from it. At the 46-yard line, Novacek made the block, the backup tight end. There is a flag down, but the Cardinals are applauding, so it must have been against Philadelphia. And it looks like the Cardinals have got the football in good position.
They're still deciding here what they're going to do, Tom.
That's pretty easy to decide, isn't it?
Boy, do you hate to get a punt blocked. I don't know if I ever coached in a football game that I got a punt blocked and I won the game. You have to be physically superior football team to win when you get a punt block.
I guess the good news for the Eagles on this was that it went over the line of scrimmage and they got a pretty good roll on it. So
yes.
They didn't lose a lot of yardage and they didn't lose a touchdown.
Correction. It was a defensive holding, not offensive. A defensive holding. Number 45.
The punter's going to applaud that one.
I would imagine they will re-kick the football then. Telchik's going to have to take the cape off and come back out.
Well, the other thing, you know, in talking with Gene Stallings, you know, in losing and you're in your first year of coaching, he says, gosh, I feel like the officials are picking on us. This is going to give that, give him a deeper impression to have that.
The crowd obviously not pleased with Bob Frederick's crew's decision, a rather gutsy call, I would say.
Yeah. Look at Coach Stallings. He says, I can't believe it.
Well, you felt that way probably a few games when you took over the Eagles, didn't you?
When you're losing, those penalties appear to hurt you more. Once you start winning, you quit worrying about it.
Two first-year coaches here. Buddy Ryan on one side, Gene Stallings on the other.
Here's a replay. Let's see if we can find the holding penalty. 24, number 24, Wolfley, in the middle of your screen, does a takedown right there, and they must have called it on him. Novacek, 85, was there.
It's an automatic first down for holding, so the Eagles retain the ball. The option play toss to Crawford, and Crawford gets to the 39-yard line, and almost enough. Now we got to fight over the football. Crawford and somebody there from the Cardinal defense. They ran an option play. Byers tossing back to Crawford.
This is an option play run without the quarterback. The quarterback hands the ball off. All right, now follow to the left side of your screen. Byers, 42. He takes the ball. Now he attacks the corner. If they come to tackle him, he just flips it out there, just like sandlot football. Now Crawford's up there one-on-one on Lionel Washington. He makes the tackle.
Wow. Boy, Leonard Smith really made a tackle. The safety man, the #1 draft a couple of years ago, has been sticking people for St. Louis, and he really finished off that tackle.
Let's take a look at the end of it. Here comes Crawford. He's got the ball tucked in there, pulled against the body. Here comes Smith right across his frame there, puts him down firmly.
A first down, 11-yard jaunt. Something that looked like Bud Wilkinson's split tee of the 50s in Oklahoma.
Look at this. This isn't split tee right there. They can't even split them apart.
Hey, they couldn't get the ball out of Crawford's hands either, no matter how hard they tried.
Now that guy, here he is fighting on the field. You know what he wants to be? A commercial artist. You better save his hands if he wants to be a commercial artist.
Right. 1st and 10. Automatic first down after that holding play on the block punt. Here's Byers getting outside, using the stiff arm, but still running a little bit gingerly as far as I'm concerned.
He had no place to go, Tom. It was a play where you come up and run that off to your tight ends block, and the strong safety came up there and absorbed the fullback. There was really no place for him to go but keep going to the sideline.
But don't you cut it back inside and put the leather to somebody?
That is not a cutback type.
Okay.
It's a hard play to make go. Really it is.
Total offense, the Eagles with 85 yards. St. Louis with the 21. 2nd down and 9. Everybody's out. Jaworski throwing first. Quick almost has it at the 40. Hit hard by Washington. Quick had 2 chances to catch that.
He had it, but the guy, Leonard Smith, again, finished him off. Here is Mike Quick right there to the center of your screen, number 82 on Lionel Washington, 48. He goes up nicely, gets the ball. It's not tucked away yet. The guy's pulling on his arms. Now he reaches and gets it tucked away again. Leonard Smith, 45, comes up and doesn't allow it to get tucked away.
Mike Quick's got to be one of the most dangerous receivers.
Oh, he's one of the best. This guy right now averages a touchdown catch every 6th reception. He's a great player.
Randall Cunningham in on 3rd down. This is not unusual. Not with Buddy Ryan's Eagles. 3rd and 9. Randall Cunningham. He's back. Does he want to run? He throws it. Ooh, a low slider. Intended for Kenny Jackson at the 45-yard line of St. Louis. Or make that Bobby Duckworth.
You know, Mike Quick was running right down the hole, and he wants the football, but the young quarterback didn't see him. Look at him. Give it to me. Give it to me. That's where the experienced guy, like a Jaworski, would find that guy going down the hole because he would recognize what the coverage was.
Some talent, number 12, though, Cunningham.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be a dandy. He's really improved. We saw them in the preseason, of course, Tom, and saw him improve each week, and I know that Coach Ryan's really excited about his progress.
Sikahema waits for Telchik's punt. This one is not blocked. A very good hang time. Sikahema back to the 10, and that's all. Good coverage by the Eagles. Good punt by Telchik. Boy, is he relieved. 7-0 Philadelphia. is there a tendency maybe for Stallings to desert a rushing game and start throwing the ball around now and have the Eagles sort of take advantage of the thing? They've only rushed for 14 yards on 5 carries. Should they get back to a running game?
Well, they're going to have to try to run the ball a little bit more. But, you know, the Eagles' defense run-wise is a lot better than their stats from a run standpoint. Okay. They're ranked poorly in run defense, but that's because of those bad games. When you look at their good games, they shut down all the 100-yard rushers.
Yeah, they shut down Dallas. They lost the game, but shut down that rushing game. 1st and 10. Lomax with the ball on the 10-yard line. It is a cool, raw day here in St. Louis. A handoff to Stump Mitchell. They're trying to run, and Reggie White and several Eagles cut it off. Greg Brown stacked it up. The only 100-yard rushing day the Cardinals have had this year was by number 30. Stump Mitchell had 120 against Tampa Bay. The only win, too.
And the best game of his career was versus Philadelphia last year. 179 yards running. That's a lot of yards running for a little guy.
I saw him get 132 against your team one time.
Ooh, you dirty guy. You didn't have to mention that.
Mitchell is 5 yards on 4 rushes. Tough today. 2nd down, 9. Mitchell off the toss gets hard running out over the 15 to about the 17 as Kenny Clark slid over and made the tackle.
Real good defensive tackle play made here by Kenny Clark, number 7. Right on the hash mark, 71. See him working inside out on the play. They're trying to block him. In fact, they're holding him. He finally gets out of the grass, moves inside out, and gives him a shot. Kenny Clark had been a nose guard all his career, now playing a defensive tackle and playing it well for Coach Ryan's 46 defense.
One of the great free agents that's ever been signed by any team is Kenny Clark. 3rd down and 3. Straight drop back. He's being rushed and flushed out. A tackle by Reggie White. A loss back to the 8-yard line. Number 92 just bull rushed him and went right up the slot.
Number 92. You know, he had dinner last night with Louis Sharp, number 67, the offensive left tackle for the St. Louis Cardinals. You think they made an agreement? Hey, let me go by once in a while here now.
The 2nd sack for number 92 today.
Yeah.
And he must have 1,000 hurry-ups. I think some quarterbacks start hurrying, looking him right in the eye.
Well, that gives him 5 sacks already on the season.
Garrity back to return Cater's punt from the end zone. And deep in the end zone. A good punt by Cater, under pressure.
Beauty.
Garrity at the Eagle 49. Good run back to the 43-yard line. Coming up next Sunday on CBS, the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steve Young, good young quarterback he is. And, of course, James Wilder, what a workhorse. Against the defending Super Bowl champions, McMahon. And Sweetness himself, Walter Payton. That's here on CBS next Sunday. 1st and 10. Drive will start just into St. Louis territory. Hit hard is Totalatasi. Leonard Smith up quickly from his safety spot.
Anthony Bell, number 55, did a good job there too, Tommy. He's their number 1 pick, and I really feel they're a little disappointed in this number 1 pick, Anthony Bell, because I think the coaches feel, heck, if you're coming off a losing season and you're a number 1 draft choice and you can't come in and start right away, you're a disappointment. Now maybe he's going to mature and come on in the second half of the season.
A loss of over a yard for Totalatasi. 2nd down and 11. Good defensive play by Bell. Inside drive as Totalatasi runs into a stone wall. There are only 3 Cardinal number 1 picks since back in these days that's still playing.
Of course, Anderson's with the Giants. Greer's on IR.
Yep.
E.J. Jr. is hurt right now and not playing, but he'll be back.
He got hurt last week.
Yeah. Louis Sharp is playing left tackle. Leonard Smith at strong safety. Clyde Duncan, he's gone. Freddie Joe Nunn at left linebacker.
Duncan is at home getting $600,000 a year for not playing.
That's a pretty good fee.
It's tough on your coaching staff. 3rd down and 10. Cunningham is the quarterback. Being chased and tackled back at the 44-yard line by Closby.
Bob Closby plays defensive left end. He'll be coming from the right side of your screen, number 79. He gets back now. Cunningham is back now. Here comes Closby right on around Leonard Mitchell, number 74. And Leonard Mitchell's playing, Tom, on a sore knee. And I think that could affect him. You get out on that AstroTurf on a cold day.
The 2nd sack for the Cardinals today. Telchik back on the Eagle 30-yard line. And a low, squibbly kick that may turn out all right. Bouncy now. At about the 21-yard line is where the officials will spot it.
You're just glad he punted it at that time in that position rather than standing in your own end zone and kick one out like that. Then as the punter comes to the bench, he goes to the opposite end of the coach and hides.
You think Buddy Ryan's looking for him right now?
I guarantee he's got a thought or two.
Buddy Ryan, very composed. A lot of people think he's sort of irascible and out of control, but he's not.
No.
And on game days, he's very much under control on the sidelines.
You bet. Well, you have to remain in control to call all the defense that he calls.
Lomax, 1st and 10, the ball just outside his own 20. Let's see if the Eagles get after him on defense this series. A play-action pass. Lomax going outside, missing Marsh in the flat. Let's go to New York now for an NFL.
Well, Brookie, because Danny White is out with a broken wrist, the Cowboy quarterback the rest of the year, Steve Piller. He throws a touchdown pitch to Mike Renfro, his first catch of the year for a score, and Cowboys lead the Giants. Back to Brookie.
6:51 left before halftime. The Eagles with a 1-yard plunge by Crawford in the first quarter lead 7-0. Lomax is 3 of 8 for 24 yards, and he's facing 2nd down and 10. And the Eagles will be after the quarterback this time. Lomax, good setup. Marsh tries a one-handed grab at the 30-yard line. Reichenbach was closely covering the tight end. Had a little pain on his face that time.
I tell you, being the quarterback in a new program with a new quarterback coach and a new coordinator and a new system, it takes you longer as that player playing that position than any other position to really start feeling comfortable and confident. And I'll tell you, it is tough on the quarterback.
And it's not all a one-man show, even though sometimes on an offensive day it looks like it.
I know, but there's so much more for the guy to absorb at that position.
3rd down and 10, facing Lomax. 30 total yards offense. Lomax with time going outside. Looks like a reception by J.T. Smith. And a 1st down, and the crowd, mocking the team a little bit, applauds.
This is J.T. Smith's 31st catch on the year. You'll see him to the left side of your screen, going out of bounds right there. Gets it just in time, both feet, 1 down, 2 down. Definitely in bounds. Being covered there by Albert Fowles, number 29.
A 13-yard reception. He's played with about 9 different injuries this year and played hard. J.T. Smith, 1st and 10. Oh, the toss back to Stump Mitchell. He's outside. And Stump Mitchell has another 1st down. At midfield, Cooper forced him out, and a real good play by Lomax.
The old college option play. He's going to fake the ball. Now follow the quarterback as he fakes to the halfback setting to the right side of your screen. He fakes it in there, freezes the linebacker, takes it down, flips it out. No one out there to make the play. 54, Alonzo Johnson, working inside out on Stump Mitchell. He's out there cleanly, just like a college football play. Oh.
A 16-yard advance by Stump Mitchell.
Evan Cooper got over there and got him out of bounds. That was a good play. I like to see those kind of plays.
And they pulled that fullback Farrell in front of the quarterback to protect him on that, too. Mitchell is 27 yards on 6 carries. Lomax on first down, dumps it off to Mitchell. And Stump gets inside the Eagle 45, tackled there by Kenny Clark. Lomax has picked the tempo of the offense up.
If he could get him going and get him excited, then he can get back in this thing, Tom. But he, in a play-action pass, he wanted to throw the ball back to his left to J.T. Smith, number 84. But Evan Cooper had him covered like a blanket, so then he went to right with the ball, to the right side of the formation.
3 good offensive plays in a row by the Cardinals. Lomax now 5 of 11 for 43 yards, and he's got second down and 4. The Cardinals are humming. Inside handoff, Farrell gets a hole down to the 37-yard line. Good running by the fullback, and the play opened up for him right up the middle.
It did open up, and that's the same fake that they ran the option off last time. Remember that? This time they gave him the ball. Last time they faked it to him and came off and ran the pitch out. This time they gave it to him. Might have opened him up just a little bit in there.
3 first downs in a row. Good drive here in the second quarter.
Look for Coach Ryan to send somebody after him right now, Tom, to get him into a second and long situation.
Right now it's first down and 10. The ball is on the Eagle 37. You can see the clock.
Coming
passing back to Stump Mitchell, who's thrown on the 40-yard line as Hogue came up from the safety spot and really made a good tackle.
When you play the style of defense that Coach Ryan does, and they're moving, you see 34 directly in the middle of your screen, free safety blitz coming up in there. There's 9-10 people on the line of scrimmage now. It's tough to make a yard. Good job of playing defense. Good, smart call by the head coach.
A loss of 3 by Ryan's defense. He likes Hogue. He was acquired after the Saints waived Hogue just before the season started, and Wes Hopkins went down. So Hogue is very valuable. Second down and 13. Lomax with time. Marsh just doesn't hang on. Reichenbach was hanging on.
Reichenbach is a performer. You know, I love those kind of guys. You know, sometimes people say, well, he's an underachiever, he's this or that. He's an overachiever, this guy. He is a real overachiever. And, you know, you win football games with those kind of people.
Now the Cardinals must try to get some points. This drive started back on the Cardinal 21. And now suddenly it's third down and 13. Lomax can not fail to get something on this drive. Shotgun.
They've only been 31% efficient on third down, Tom. That's down at the bottom part of the league.
Lomax tries to get it to Farrell. Farrell's covered by Bree Wilson.
Take a look at Reggie White, number 92. Visualize yourself having to be the person that has to block this guy. He has so much power. Now, the guy blocking him right there, Tootie Robbins, is 300 pounds. He picks him up and throws him back like a piece of salami. Look at that guy.
Cater is back at midfield punting, trying to get in the corner. Cooper is giving the fair catch signal at the Eagle 15. Flag is down on the play, as we've seen the last couple of years. Illegal man down quickly, too quickly for St. Louis.
He'll probably make him punt it over.
Eagles have the ball safely at the 15, or will they make Cater kick it again? Let's hear.
Number 56 on the kicking team was ineligible downfield. The penalty will be refused.
DiBernardo was down there a little early. We're not at halftime yet. The Eagles lead 7-0. He's carrying around, but he will really loaded up and blocked well for you. 1st and 10 now. The Eagle defense held when they had to. Jaworski's the quarterback. The toss. Back to Haddix.
That's another one of those check with me plays. They call the play and for 2 directions. They get up on the line of scrimmage and then determine which way they're going to go with it according to the safeties. That time they went with 39 toss and ran it to the right.
A pickup of almost 4 yards by Haddix on the 1st down. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Number 7 has been the starter. Cunningham has been in a couple of times on 3rd down, and so far unsuccessfully. 2nd down, 6. Play action pass. An up pattern by Quick is covered, but he still almost makes the catch. Covered closely by 2 defenders, Washington and Thurman, and 82 almost came out with it anyway.
Here's Mike Quick. Now, you didn't see this earlier in the route. He used a little up move, but the safety got over to help out and go inside out on him. Therefore, he had 2 people on him. But many times, Mike Quick will come up with that catch. He was up above those people.
He did a little stop and then went, but looked like they were watching him. And they had him doubled. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 6 facing Jaworski. 6 of 11 for 67. He's in the shotgun. The rush is on. Jaworski reads it, gets it to Jackson. It's going to be enough for a 1st down at the 27-yard line. Good read by the quarterback.
They came after him with everybody up the middle. Ron read, see now the people standing. Nico Noga, 57, he's coming. They get over there. Totalatasi picks him up, number 37. He lays off the slant pattern right there. Was a side adjustment, meaning that pattern just caught by Kenny Jackson was not called in the huddle. The defense dictated that he go inside. Now see, everybody's rushing. He read it. He slants inside, makes the catch. Lionel Washington, number 48, comes up and tries to get him down.
10-yarder adds up to a 1st down for the Eagles, just short of the 30-yard line. Outside handoff. Haddix takes it outside the tackle area for about 3 yards. Totalatasi, by the way, blocking Noga. Totalatasi only goes 196 pounds, you know, and he gave away about 25 pounds. The 2-minute warning is coming up. The Eagles have the ball. They're driving, and they also have the lead 7-0. Hill out in St. Louis, where they used to have some real shootouts. A 7-0 lead. The touchdown run by Crawford, only the 2nd by a running back for the Eagles this year. The other one by Byers a week ago. All timeouts in the pockets of the quarterbacks, 3 for each team. Jaworski very calm. He is now a mature 35-year-old quarterback, but you've always said he can take a game plan and work it for the coach, can he?
He can put it to work. He can make you look pretty smart from time to time, that guy can.
2nd down and 6. Out to Quick, who can't quite handle it, and he's closely covered by Lionel Washington.
Ron again audible. He said 080, 080, which is just a little quick pass.
Too quick.
Has Mike Quick worn those gloves all the time?
He used them the other day in practice, and it was a nice day. I noticed he had them on. He thinks he's far behind the pace he normally is, but he actually has more touchdowns, 5, than he had at the same stage a year ago.
Last year at this time, he had 3. Far more yards last year at this time, but only 2 less catches.
You can't be a great receiver unless you want every pass, right?
That's the personality of a receiver.
3rd down and 6. Jaworski from the shotgun. Dumps it across the middle. It's short of the 1st down, and it might be fumbled at the 36-yard line by Haddix. Haddix had the catch.
Tom, I think that is a reception and a fumble. I don't think they can rule it any other way.
Anthony Bell came up with the football, number 55. Now, they may go upstairs for a replay. They've done that one time already today.
I really believe that was a reception and a fumble. It was stripped, yes.
We'll wait for Bob Frederick, my Colorado Buffalo, to straighten us out here.
Here we go. We're getting a replay on it right now.
The jury's out.
After a review by the replay official, the play stands as it was called.
I don't know if we can see from our end zone replay, but I really think the Eagles got a break that time. You'll see the ball coming right in the middle of your screen. It's definitely a reception right there. Can't see the ball.
Couldn't tell when he
Good
actually
call. I
lost
think it's
the
a good
ball,
call.
huh?
A good call. I think the turf caused the fumble,
Bell made
not the stripping technique. Good call by the official.
Anthony Bell made a good tackle and allows Telchik to kick a low, screaming line drive that Sikahima has at the 15. And a good tackle put on him by Total Latasi as the two Samoans take care of one another.
I tell you something, Telechek better give his paycheck this week to Total Latasi, because that was a lousy punt and hard to cover. And for you to get down there and make the play like that, you ought to walk over and say, hey, I buy Friday night. Your dinner's on me.
Well, Total Latasi's from Samoa, and Sikahima's from Tonga. Those are neighboring islands. Coming up at halftime, don't forget Brent, Irv, and Will are going to get you up to date with all the scores and highlights from around the league. And to be successful in Hollywood, you have to know how to cast your stars. But the LA Rams have had a heck of a time finding their leading man. That story at halftime with the NFL Today group right back in New York City. 3 timeouts left for the St. Louis Cardinals. And they're in shotgun on first down. Scott Mitchell gets to the 15-yard line.
He should have gone out of bounds, but what he tried to do was work back underneath Randy Clark, number 64's block, and get more yards. But he should have then just taken out of bounds, Tom.
That's a decision he has to make in a split second. You can see there's a minute on the clock. Still in shotgun. Lomax will get the clock stopped with this one. This is Farrell. He's going to stay in bounds. Now they'll have to burn a timeout. Almost to the 20-yard line.
He's got it called.
Greg Brown making the tackle. Stallings is not happy with this 2-minute drill.
He's a very intense guy, tough-minded guy, and he likes football players, number one, Tom, that'll take you on down the middle. You know, really not shy away is what he's saying. Really tackle you, really hit you. And then from there, he says, I'll coach him to be the kind of player, position-wise, we want him to be.
I don't know anybody in this league that shies away. You know, you couldn't be in this league and be a person that shies away from contact.
I know that there are those that hit a little better than others, though.
That like it more.
You were one of those kind of guys in your old days. I've heard those rumors.
Sure, the rumors.
I've heard those rumors. I was just a kid when you used to come and play the 49ers up there and start a fight.
Well, what was it Buddy Ryan was saying about Waters, Andre Waters? He said he's the only hired killer I've got.
Yeah, I love him. He says, the only hired killer I've got.
He's a young man from Cheney State who, by the way, is perhaps going to be all-pro this year. You're looking there at Cooper, who's talking with Buddy Ryan. There's Waters. Did you hear the other day Cunningham, the young quarterback, was kidding Andre Waters about the schedule Cheney State used to play? He said they played the University of Wawa, which is I think a chain of stores, right?
Hey, you can't knock that. They've turned out some football players.
Pretty good feeling, though, in the locker room for this Eagle team.
They're starting to come together. I think they're quitting doubting themselves and the coaching staff. That first year as being a head coach in any program is a tough job. Tom, you know, over the years, since 1970, there have been 93 head coaches take over a new head coaching position. 70 of them took over losing football teams. Only 7 of them won that first year.
You got to be
That's
patient.
10%.
When you hire a coach, you really got to give him the program and let the horse take his head, right?
You can see that on the graphic. It's tough to win your first year.
2 timeouts left for St. Louis. They burned one. Just short of the 20-yard line, 3rd down and 6. A lot of heat on Lomax, and he overthrows Smith at the 40-yard line. And Smith was wrapped right away by fouls. There's been some talk the past week of Stout coming in as a quarterback in case Lomax fails today.
You know what that does?
What does that do?
Gets the head coach fired. That's what it does. You start fooling around with the guy that you think is the best quarterback. You've had him in training camp. You've had him for 8 games, and you think he's your best quarterback. Stay with him. Chances are your decision was right. He'll end up being your best quarterback.
You mean the fans up there don't make all the right selections, huh? 4th down. Back the punt is Cater. A lot of shifting around. Cater's going to have to hurry. It's blocked. I believe Waters got it, number 20, and the ball is on the 7-yard line. The Eagles have a chance. Giles fell on it, and I believe Waters, the young man from Cheney State, blocked the punt.
I think he came off the left-hand side. You don't see many blocked punts in the National Football League. It's the first time in Cater's career that he's ever had a punt blocked. Number 14, the punter, first time he's ever had one blocked. Here he goes. He's trying to get it out. Now you see left side of the screen. There it is. Waters put it up in the air. Now they're going to play volleyball. Oh, get it over the net there. Dwayne Giles, number 53. Here it is again. Right in the middle of your screen. Here he comes from the left side. Bats it. It goes up in the air. Now 53, Dwayne Giles, right to the right center of your screen, goes up and puts it away. Now they're going to try to run it in the end zone.
Waters on the sidelines. Jaworski coming out right away. Closing seconds. 1st and goal on the 7th. Almost at halftime. The blitz is on. Jaworski throws a fade. Flags are down. Quick had the ball on the fade pattern, but the flags were down early.
I think John Spagnola moved early.
Boy, Buddy Ryan won't like that. A Yale graduate moving early.
False start on the offense, number 79 and 88.
Conwell and Spagnola.
You can see the left side of your screen. John Spagnola, the very left corner, is going to move before the ball does. So does Conwell, number 79. Oh, guys.
Maybe the center was late snapping it.
Got to find something wrong.
The first Philadelphia penalty of the afternoon. 1st and goal now from the 12. Jaworski throwing the fade pattern. Knocked away from Michael Quick. Great coverage by Washington.
Going to the right guard, going to the right receiver. Mike Quick can jump up there. Now you can see Lionel Washington, number 48, has him inside out. Now he goes up for the ball. As he looks, so does Lionel Washington. His hand came right up in between and pushed that ball out of there. Good job of playing pass defense by Lionel Washington.
And good coverage by this Cardinal defense. They've held Quick to 1 catch so far for 22 yards. 2nd and goal from the 12. Closing seconds of the first half. About half a minute left. Bobby Duckworth is in there. Jaworski. Intercepted out of bounds by Dennis Thurman, the former Dallas Cowboy.
I'm surprised Ron threw that, because you could see Thurman moving over to go double coverage on him all the way. He was going to try to stick it in the seam. You can see Thurman to the top left of your screen working over there, number 32. Evidently, Ron didn't see him. Obvious. There he goes up and makes the interception out of bounds. Dennis Thurman, I think, is the leading active pass interceptor in the NFL right now.
He hasn't missed any games since he's been here. 3rd and goal from the 12. One more play, and McFadden will try the 3-pointer. Jaworski looking for Spagnola, and it's almost picked off inside the 5. He was hit hard at the 5 by number 41, Carl Carter.
Threw the ball just a little bit high and behind him, and Spag couldn't come up with a catch. Good defense by the St. Louis Cardinals. This could give them a little motivation, Tom, for that second half.
McFadden will come in. He had 3 for 3 a week ago. The only bad kicking day he had really was against Dallas, when he had 1 blocked and he missed 1. Jaworski is holding the Youngstown State connection. 30-yard attempt. A high snap, let's see. No good. He pulled it left.
Take a look at the snap. Center right to the hash mark there. It's a little high snap for Ron. He gets it down. He puts it, he pulls the ball off to the left side of the goalpost. See it going to the left, high left corner. There it goes. Heading for the mountains, as it says on that sign.
Adam Schreiber, the young man formerly with the New Orleans Saints, was the snapper. It was a little high. And now Gene Stallings.
He just said something to Cliff Stout.
In a few more seconds, he'll get a chance to ream the whole team out at halftime.
Ream the team. Hey, you're a poet.
73 yards total offense for Stallings' offense. Lomax has gone all the way. First and 10. Inside handoff. Farrell tackled. Cobb, I think, got his hands on him first and finished off by Waters. That might be the last play of the first half. It is. And Stallings is hot. We're not sure if he's madder at the officials or his own team. Buddy Ryan seems to be passive.
You know, sometimes, as many fields I've walked off of, I've never had a police officer walk off with me.
Young quarterback in the league. He's always had a great arm, good delivery.
Well, he's already thrown for 14,000 yards in his career, so you know he can throw the football. But you have to give credit to the Eagle defense right now. They're not giving him the guy he wants to throw to.
And, of course, his counterpart on the other side, the 30